A tragedy for several families in Yonkers just days before Christmas. A speeding driver plowed into a car full of teenagers, killing everyone inside.
And we have more breaking news tonight, this time in Winnetka, where a three-car crash has left one person dead and 6 others hurt.
Today I want to talk about something we all take for granted: road traffic safety. According to the WHO, almost 18,000 people die every year due to road traffic accidents. This averages to almost 49 people every single day. The accidents do not only cause death, but also affects the country's GDP by almost 4%, because it affects the more economically productive group, which is between the age of 18 to 39 years old. Keep in mind, these deaths are more than both the corona and malaria deaths. When I examined why, I noticed that there are 3 main causes of accidents in Tanzania, the first being negligence and ignorance. Negligence refers to the fact that drivers realize the weight and punishment of the act, however still commit it, such as overspeeding, drunk driving, as well as jumping red lights. Furthermore, according to the WHO, almost 70% of these accidents occur with pedestrians and motorcyclists. They are the majority of users in Tanzania. These accidents are caused by not wearing reflectors at night, as well as not wearing protective gear such as helmets. The second big problem that we face is the lack of proper infrastructure in the country. This includes poor roads, ditches, lack of bridges, as well as the lack of road signs. The country at the beginning of last year pledged almost $142 million in order to create better roads and add more bridges to the country. This is only almost 30,000 kilometers of road. However, it is our duty to maintain them. Normally, street races tend to break poles as well as cause damages to roads. Referring back to my first point, it doesn't make sense to speed when you know that the roads might have some defects. Not only are you putting yourself in danger, but you are putting others as well. The final big problem is the poor maintenance of cars. Almost 80 to 90% of cars in Africa are all second-hand cars that are no longer in demand and no longer deemed safe in richer countries. So if they are not allowed in richer countries, why should they be allowed in ours? Normally these cars are 2 decades to almost 3 decades old, with very minimal safety features and are more prone to accidents. Remember, 9 out of 10 accidents that occur in the whole world are in the southernmost parts of the globe, which happen to be the less fortunate. The reason why it is so important to follow road traffic rules like wearing seatbelts and obeying speed limits are the same factors that countries like Norway, who have a zero-death policy in their country, enforce extensively. In 2019, they reached this milestone. This is because seatbelts have the ability to save a passenger by above 50%. Furthermore, keeping at a speed limit of 30 on urban roads has the ability to save a person by almost 90%, since the human body can only handle a certain amount of kinetic energy. Road traffic accidents are entirely preventable, and the small things do matter in the grand scheme of things. Road safety accidents have a huge impact on lives all over the country. Reducing deaths is one thing, but reducing accidents as a whole is another. We can reduce deaths, but at the same time, there will still be multiple long-lasting injuries. These injuries can cause disabilities and cause whole families to become unstable, since they have to pay for the treatment for their ailments. Almost 10 to 15 people are reported to the National Hospital Muhimbili every day with severe injuries caused by none other than road accidents. Lastly, like plagues, road accidents are completely preventable. We always thought that plagues are fate and would be accepted, but the moment we knew they were preventable, we took the measures and eradicated it. Road accidents have become so common in our society that it's almost as if we have accepted it as something that is natural to occur, when it shouldn't be. The moment we establish this, then only progress will show. And remember that change starts from you, the viewer, not the government, not the police, you. Thank you for listening. Tuko pamoja.